Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone. Hope you guys doing great. My name is Filzah Hafila. I'm from Sriwijaya Polytechnic, Telecommunications Engineering. Today I want to tell you about the history of telecommunications engineering and the basic elements of telecommunication systems. First one, general knowledge about telecommunications engineering. Telecommunications engineering is an engineering discipline centered on electrical and computer engineering, which seeks to support and enhance telecommunication systems. It ranges from basic circuit design to strategic mass developments. His responsibility is in designing and overseeing the installations of the telecommunications equipment and facilities, such as complex electronic switching system and other plain old telephone service facilities, optical fiber cabling, IP networks, and microwave transmission system. Telecommunications is a diverse field of engineering connected to electronic, civil, and system engineering. Ultimately, telecom engineers are responsible for providing high-speed data transmission services. Telecommunication systems are generally designed by telecommunications engineers, which sprang from technological improvements in the telegraph industry in the late 19th century and the telephone industries in the early 20th century. Today's telecommunication is widespread and device that assist the process, which it was used to send a Christmas greeting to the world from U.S. President Dwight D. Eisenhower. Telstar was the first active direct relay commercial communication satellite. The first and historically most important application for communication satellites was intercontinental long-distance telephone. Next is basic elements of telecommunication system. Transmitter, transmission medium, receiver, communications are the basic elements of telecommunication system. In electronics and telecommunications, a radio transmitter or just transmitter is an electronic device which produces radio waves with an antenna. The transmitter itself generates a radio frequency alternating current, which is applied to the antenna. When excited by this alternating current, the antenna radiates radio waves. Different types of transmitters use different modulation methods to transmit information. In an AM amplitude modulations transmitter, the amplitude strength of the carrier wave is varied in proportion to the modulation signal. In FM frequency modulations, the frequency of the carrier is varied by the modulation FSK frequency shift gain, which transmits digital data. The frequency of the carrier is shifts between two frequencies, which represent the two binary digits 0 and 1. OFDM, orthogonal frequency division multiplexing, is a family of complicated digital modulation methods very widely used in high bandwidth systems such as Wi-Fi networks, cell phones, digital television broadcasting, and digital audio broadcasting or DAB. To transmit digital data using a minimum of radio spectrum bandwidth. History of radio. The first primitive radio transmitters, called spark gap transmitters, were built by German physicist Heinrich Hertz in 1887 during his pioneering investigations of radio waves. Next is The following are jobs and other specialist computer or electronics equipment designed to be used in the telecommunication network infrastructure. A network engineer is a computer engineer who is in charge of designing, deploying, and maintaining computer networks. As structural engineers, CO engineers are responsible for the structural design and placement of racking and base for the equipment to be installed in, as well as for the plant to be placed on. A central office engineer is responsible for designing and overseeing the implementation of telecommunication equipment in a central office, or CO for short. Also referred to as a wire center or a telephone exchange. As electrical engineers, CO engineers are responsible for the resistance, capacitance, and inductance, or RCL. Design of all new plants to ensure telephone service is clear and crisp, and data service is clean as well as reliable. Okay, that's all from me. Sorry for some mistake, and thank you for watching this video. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.